Hello there guys, and welcome to our first episode in 2014. And we are now in Babylon, if you remember. So I shall quickly look with the merchant.
The practitioner of magic has special needs.
Yeah, and here we go. We've gotten our last third bag, so we can have more inventory space to put stuff in. We're gonna sell some of this stuff over here, all the useless stuff that we don't need. Don't need that either. We'll keep that because we might need it. Just rearrange the inventory quickly. And just quickly check to see what this guy has. And there was nothing that substantial, so we'll check with this guy quickly. Okay, nothing else here as well. So we're gonna get going. Let's just see this, all the NPCs. This guy just updates the main quest, nothing too special really. Alright, so we go through here, this bridge, and instantly we get our first side quest. So you speak to this guy. We'll kill the monsters in your farm, mate. We'll destroy them. Right, so the quest relate ones, they'll be glowing like this, and they are mostly around, if you will look on the map, there's like in the middle. So they'll mostly be in the middle, although there will be some Ichteans on the slightly outside of that as well, but those are not quest-related. Quest-related are glowing, and they also got purple name, and that stuff we're gonna sell later. Well, another thing I noticed also is that the quest-related ones, they actually seem slightly easier. They have like less hit points or something. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but if you know, see, these ones weren't quest-related, so they felt a bit harder. It's mostly around this area. You see this one is glowing. He died with one shield charge. See, and these are not quest related. So you just keep doing that. Once you've killed them, all the quest related ones, it will tell you, and then you just come back to that guy. But yeah, in the previous episode we've been exploring Temple of Marduk, and we also got to fight Chimera at the very end. So if you wanna see that boss fight, then go to the previous episode. And Chimera is a pretty cool looking monster in this game. And our next boss fight isn't gonna be for quite a while. The next one is gonna be Barmano, the Neanderthal warlord, who's a side quest related boss actually. Well, here we are. This was the last of the quest related Ichteans. So we just gotta come back and get that side quest finished. And see, these ones, they aren't quest related. So we're just gonna quickly come back to the guy and tell him what we've done.
You killed him, stranger.
Yes, we did. You are welcome, man. You are welcome. So, quest complete. Now we just quickly sell the loot that we got. We sell the staff because we don't need it, and we'll sell these rings because we got better ones, slightly better ones. So we don't need those.
A good day.
A good day. A good day. Alright, so we're just gonna go that way. That's the way to go. Practitioner of magic has special needs that I can satisfy. These merchants have really interesting quotes, I have to say. Alright, so now that we're here, we're gonna be encountering the new enemy, the Neanderthals. Well, two new enemies actually. Neanderthals and also the saber lions. They tend to be like next to each other, like together a lot of the time, in the same areas. It's like, yeah, I guess those saber lions have been tamed to a degree. But yeah, the Neanderthals are like, you know, the prehistoric man. Although in here they do look a lot like apes, pretty much, for the most part, like apes who just use weapons or something. But yeah, they're not exactly hard. They just, you might notice they have more hit points than most of the regular monsters you've had up to this point. They tend to go down something like 3 or 4 hits at least. And yeah, they're mostly hunters, so they tend to like use spears a lot, bows, and they tend to entrap you in the nets as well. And the saber lions, they're pretty much like your saber-toothed tigers. So they're just sort of regular attacking. They're pretty fast, and they drop a saber claw monster charm. It's a little strange here. Half of these flowers spawned on this side and half on the other side. We'll just use Squall to take care of those. And here, just finish off these mantids. One of them dropped rigid carapace, which is quite nice of him. Here it is. We're gonna complete our second rigid carapace charm, which gave us 16% pierce resistance as well, just like that one. So we have two rigid carapaces with exactly the same completion bonus, overall giving us 36% pierce resistance. So that's pretty nice. The only thing is, if only we had the shield that we could equip it to, because the shields we've been having so far have been mostly epics. If you remember, we've been using Aegis of Laconia a lot, and now we're using the other shield that we found in Egypt. I forgot its name now. So we're almost at the rebirth fountain, the next rebirth fountain. And some of these, if you notice, tropical arachnos. They're quite similar to the arachnos in Act 1, except they're tropical. And here we are, the saber riders. So, yep, we had Neanderthals, we had saber lions, and we get a combination of the two. Neanderthals riding saber lions. And if you notice just now, those riders, they seem to drop saber claw as well, just like regular saber lions. Right. So we've cleaned out this camp here, and now we're gonna proceed in this direction, right to the rebirth fountain. And here's more tropical arachnos here. I do find that the tropical arachnos, they're pretty easy to kill. I mean, compared to the arachnos in Act 1, these ones seem to go down really quickly. They don't have many hit points. So despite being big and scary, they aren't that tough at all. These little spiders seem to do more damage than the tropical arachnos, in fact. See, we pretty much just had to drink 2 potions here, just fighting these guys. Alright, so this area will be gradually going into the mountains, and eventually we're gonna be end up in a snowy area. But yeah, I won't say I'm exactly that fond of this part of the game. The snowy area is okay, not too bad, but this part here is quite just a lot of wildlife, you know, just by the time we get there. And yeah, it looks a bit repetitive in a way. And here we've got 2 jungle creeps again. And remember what I did last time, just gotta be careful and watch for that poison attack. That's convenient how they did it both at the same time, because if you remember what I said, the poison attack has a cooldown, so right after they've done it you have a window of opportunity to attack them for a bit. There we go. Beaten them both. Yeah, with that poison attack, if you have low poison resistance, as we've got here, see, we don't have much, that attack can end up quite lethal if it actually hits you, so you just gotta run around them quite a lot. But if you want to be on the safe side, you could equip yourself some poison resistance gear, and you should be able to, you know, get sprayed with that attack and not die. What's this little spider just crawled out of? Whoa. Yeah, we've nested it onto a tree, if you notice. I don't know where that little spider came from. It probably crawled out straight from Act 1. Right. Shrine of Experience. We've got Shrine of Mastery and Shrine of Experience. Yeah, it's a good idea actually taking these shamans first, because they can heal their own. And we just found Marauder's Bone Axe, which is one of the monster rares that drops from Neanderthals. It's not that amazing, but it's not too bad either. And I'll show you what it's like in a sec once the experience shrine effect wears off. Okay, so that wore off. Now here it is. That's Marauder's Bone Axe. If you notice, it's pretty good actually. Its base damage is pretty good compared to the axe we're using right now. It's almost twice. And look at that, it's giving us quite a bit of DPS, and we haven't even put a relic on it yet. So we're gonna end up using it. Gives us some cold damage and nice boost to attack speed. It does lack on some of the other bonuses like the offensive ability, so we're gonna lose out on that. But we're gonna find a good relic to put on it. And I spent quite a bit of time here thinking about what relic to put. I mean, we could put Anubis' Wrath, but then again 6% damage converted to health isn't that great. And yeah, that's 50% damage to demons is pretty nice, although the 10 piercing damage is a waste because axes don't deal piercing damage. So it could seem like a waste using that. Veil of Achilles is a good relic, but it's an Act 1 relic and we're not likely to complete it in this act. So it's been a difficult decision actually, thinking what relic to put on it. I mean, we've got another Looping Claw, but that gives 24 energy leech. And this one gives 5% chance of 2 seconds of stun, which is not too bad, but we could do better. Really, I mean, we don't know how long we're going to be using this weapon for, maybe not too long. And we are losing on quite a bit of offensive ability here, if you notice. So we do ideally need something with dexterity or offensive ability bonus. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have something like that yet. And I had a bit of a dumb moment here, because for some reason I thought Diseased Plumage could be equipped on weapons, so I've been trying to put it on. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't going. But then I read carefully and it turns out it goes on armor. It is a bit confusing though, because you think that something that gives you a bonus to poison damage would be equipped on your weapon rather than armor. But never mind that. We all get our dumb moments, I guess. So yeah, I've been thinking which one to put for a while here, until I finally stopped on Shenong's Dark Medicine. Finally noticed that we had that. And although it's not that great, it does give some poison damage and also the resistance reduction to the enemies. And it is an Act 3 relic, so we are likely to be able to complete it, to find the other pieces in this act. So eventually I decided to settle for Shenong's Dark Medicine and to put it on Marauder's Bone Axe. Shenong's Dark Medicine is not a bad relic. I mean, it's not super amazing or anything, but then again, Marauder's Bone Axe is not super amazing either, so we're probably not going to keep it for too long. I guess we'll see how it goes. For now, this can serve us well, and if you notice, we're actually not doing too badly. The Neanderthals now requiring slightly less hits to go down. So yeah, it seems like it's a fairly good exchange for now. Although we do need some more offensive ability later on. Hopefully we'll find some Linnaeus' Guiles to get the dexterity bonuses. Alexandrian Great Helm of Discipline. And the Helm of Discipline gives sleep resistance. Who would have thought? Turns out, if you're disciplined, you've got resistance to sleep. Yeah, well, we're gonna sell that. Because we don't need any discipline right now. Right, who else here wants to experience our wrath? Nobody else? Right, so we just continue to the next minimap. The next area. Just across this bridge here. Now we're at the Silk Road. And we'll stop around here. So in the next episode we'll probably get to the snowy part of the game. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.